Welcome to another episode and video on my walking robot Mirft2 based on the fischertechnik TXT controller running embedded Linux. Programmed in Python with two touch sensors and a camera used for imaging using OpenCV. It runs the fischertechnik community kernel and not default kernel, and the first thing that happens is that it puts in a gray screen, which is not very convenient since I have to log in using SSH. So with the kernel version right now I will have to confirm when I make contact. So let's see if I get it to see on screen or have to reboot. And right now I don't see anything after going with the SSH connection, so I will have to reboot. That doesn't make any sense. So I know that it is there, but well, when it doesn't do a thing, what can you do? This looks healthy, but it matters what comes after it. And that's for a wait, and the focus is on counting the differences of the counters, because last time it went everywhere except the correct one, and now it immediately says, okay, I received an SSH connection request. So that was pending or sent continuously to that specific address. And now on screen I have to see whether it is being honored and that I get the prompt, the Linux prompt of the TXT controller. Or does that take too long? Now I can do that on the second terminal as well, which works. So there I am in. The question is though, okay, with the first command on the first window I interrupted with Ctrl C. Now the second one does work, so that's good. That is to say, how about date, set and time? Yes, that is all fairly correct. Which is correct because I already set it in during preparation where I made a slight mistake, but fortunately the power down didn't wipe the date and time settings. So how does it work now? Well, let's just run it. I want to do something first because the touch sensors were disconnected. So okay, I have a problem with the ROBOPro connecting. It is the correct IP address. Okay, this is not nice. Every now and then ROBOPro acts up on this, and now is no exception. So I can't compare anything with ROBOPro. Let's just run it. Connected. Pick done. Oh, that doesn't go. That is not nice. So this means that there is something else going on as well. If I can't connect using ROBOPro and it says pick done, now what is going on? Another attempt. Okay, connected, pick done. This is not nice at all. Maybe I should replace the battery. I think I should. Let's do that. Alright, now I replaced the battery, and I hope that will be alright now. Here you can still see that it says pick done. Let me also check for ROBOPro. Does that work out? Well, this does anyway, and I get an error. This is not alright. Well, here you can see it is the actual IP address. So, testing. And then we can only hope there will be some progress. There isn't. Alright, next thing to do is actually reconnecting the camera. Alright, now here, yes, it has a camera. Alright, I don't care about the frequency that it can get or can't get. Let's try again. Nope. Next thing trying is maybe I get an image on the camera. If I can get it. Oh wait. If I go here, I think that's the point. Forgot to go to the user interface. Yes, once again, my old mistake. As you can see. Oh yeah, I should connect the ECU to the interface, but how does ROBOPro respond? That is weird. Now it does respond. Why doesn't it respond when it is in the community interface? And now you can also see, by the way, this counter. Alright, so that was my first mistake. Now I have to well, this is better if I do that. Let me put it that way. Then in the code I want to change that it is not such a long code. And here it says where it gets its voltage from. But I actually want to compare timers, or the counter value. And whenever it's not equal, stop it. Well, here I already have done it. Counters start not equal. But I need it to stop. And that's something I need to do. I need it to synchronize things before I can stop it. So that is test sync data begin. So let me copy this one right here, and then these two, copy them right here. Maybe, just maybe, this works. So let's test that. With a cable from the EQ2 i8 to measure the battery voltage. Let's run it. When does what happen? Counters not equal. Alright, counters not equal, what does that exactly imply? Let's go here. I need more. Here. Yeah, counters not equal. Okay, so reset. Now there, 0, again, go. Here, 6 and 1. Six and 5. So what is the count? Let's check again. 9. Alright, so as long as the counters are not equal, it won't run, but that's remarkable. 9, 1, okay. And this is 81 millivolts against where was it again? This doesn't make sense. 23 and here it's 81. Really? Well, I don't believe the millivolts at all, but this doesn't make any sense either. If this would be 8,1 or 8.1, whatever standard you use, then I would believe it. But regarding the earlier thing of 23, that would be then some 2 volts, which is way too low for the interface. Then it would be off. So that makes no sense. Let's take another look at the code. And actually nothing strange happens. If counter 2 and 3 are not equal in the end, then stop them. Counter difference is 6 and 5. And as far as I have been able to see in the manual, I can only use ROBOPro for resetting the counters. So how can I make sure they are doing exactly the same? I'm afraid I can't. And to make matters more like worse, oh right, here I set the speed different because I was in the assumption that since it turned one way or the other way, I had to reduce speed somewhere, and I chose the left side. But last time it went completely nuts, so I better put this back to 1023. Alright, now let's see what happens, if anything. Before checking if this makes any difference, let's check on the counter setting. Nope, they're all like here. And oh wait, let's see. Digital 10 volts, trail sensor, color sensor. It does have a color sensor, well, not on this one. Ultrasonic isn't it either. No. It doesn't do anything in this way. So if there is a new way to get this done, it would be logical. This should have a possibility to check the AQ voltage, battery voltage. And the switch that is, by the way, right here is in I3, I think. No, that is I1. So this is a switch. This is a switch, like the other ones. Okay. I can test that, of course. Yep. That is very clear. Okay, this is all set to 0. Let's go. And once again, you can see that this side runs. I don't have any better lighting, unfortunately, but this side is quiet. Apart from that, here we have a difference. So this one does say 16, this one obviously has a lot more, and now this says 550 millivolts, which is a half a volt. Yeah, right. 422 and 0. Really? Well, this says, what is counter to begin then? Counter to begin is 0. Makes no sense to me except for this value. This makes sense. This doesn't. And neither does this. Okay, reset. Go for another one. Okay, something else I have to check. The wiring. Oh, and now there's some sound. Really? Premature enter JPEG file. I'm not checking images. Well, I can of course check some images. These are the images. They are all right. Let's take one. 39, 38, whichever. No, 45, I don't mind. .54 that is. Now, alright. But it's doing hardly anything at all. So I need to check why the right side motor is not doing anything at all. I don't get an error, but would I get an error anyway? How is that supposed to work? Let's see on here. It does work because it says 5, but it hardly does. So yeah, let's check that out. And then I had a very big oops. The signal wire from this switch, when I touch it, that one was being tangled around these gears, and then something doesn't work anymore. So I hope it does work now, and this is not well because I saw a display flash, but it does work. 9 millivolts? I don't think so. Yeah. What's the distance again? let's see, where did I put the distance? Oh wait, I can easily check that. Here. The cover distance. Get current distance is 0. Not much. But why is the... And this I found in the manual, and this is strange. Because why is the current distance absolutely 0 on both, and why is the counter from the motor like this? With the difference, okay, there is some difference, but why is this 0 and why is this not 0? That makes no sense. And I'm not looking even right now here, because I have to find that out how that really works. Zero and here. Okay, what does ROBOPro say? I would expect some digit here otherwise than 0. Something like 400 or 430, but not 0. So this is more reliable than this one. How come? How come that difference? Can't put my finger on it. Very strange. This does work, by the way, but because it doesn't give an error. Although it can be very well that if this does not return anything, it doesn't mean it works. It doesn't mean either that it doesn't work. Where is get current distance? Let's check about it on it. Distance 1, 2. I don't get an error, so it's in the API. But when does it work? In which way does it work then? If it returns 0 while get current counter value is definitely working. Once again, I end up with more questions than answers. And that's not nice. Not when you want to make progress with a walking robot that barely walks, with rubber feet that doesn't get, that are not getting or not staying on their place, on their location under the feet. So I'll have to modify that somehow. And I don't want to use glue because that is so definitive on this kind of plastic with which fischertechnik is made. What next? And what is next is next time more tests on current distance, on wiring for the motor, on voltage measuring, on the feet to, well, that needs a complete reconstruction, modification, whatever you call it. This doesn't work. And what else? OpenCV, because that is what it is about as well. Getting in touch with objects, signaling them, etc. For now, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. You can also follow me on Twitter. If so, retweet, like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram, like and leave a comment. Much appreciated. Also appreciated is when you make a donation to help me making these videos, to show your support. And you can also become a patron and have your name mentioned as being a supporter. I know that quite a few people are fans and are supporters, but well, money helps. So thank you for that. More information on my website. This is obviously going to be continued. Once again, thank you for watching and bye bye.